Let's run a quick communication experiment. Imagine you're interviewing two job candidates. Both speak excellent English. Both use the same words, but one of them is much easier to understand. Listen carefully. Let's examine version A. I want to go to the store because I need some milk. Can you hear the flat, unnatural stress? Next, compare it with version B.
I want to go to the store because I need some milk.
Hear the natural rhythm? Which person would you hire to lead an important meeting? Most people choose the second speaker. Here's what's surprising. Neither speaker had better pronunciation. The difference was something much more powerful. Let's find out what it was. If pronunciation wasn't the difference, what was? The answer is surprisingly simple. Your brain isn't listening to speech one word at a time. It's looking for patterns. Think about your favorite song. You don't remember every single note. You remember the rhythm. Speech works the same way. Your listener's brain is constantly predicting what comes next. When your stress and rhythm follow a familiar pattern, understanding feels effortless. When they don't, your listener has to work much harder. That's called listener effort. And the easier you make your message to follow, the easier you are to understand. Think about reading a page in a textbook. If every sentence is highlighted, nothing stands out. Speech works exactly the same way. When every important word gets the same amount of emphasis, your listener doesn't know where to focus. Stress works like a highlighter. It tells your listener, this is the information that matters. Native speakers do this automatically, not because they're thinking about grammar, but because English has a natural rhythm. The good news? This is a skill you can learn. And once you start guiding your listener's attention, people don't just hear you better, they understand you more easily. So, if stress tells your listener what matters, rhythm tells them how the message flows. One of the biggest myths about speaking English is that native speakers pronounce every word clearly. They don't. In fact, native speakers reduce small words, link words together, and spend more time emphasizing the important ideas. Linking and reductions are what create the music of English. It isn't about speaking faster. It's about guiding your listener smoothly from one important idea to the next. When your prosody feels natural, your speech feels natural. And your listener doesn't have to work nearly as hard to keep up. So how do you actually practice this? Forget about trying to stress every important word. Instead, ask yourself one simple question before you speak. What's the one idea I want my listener to remember? That's your focus word. Stress that word, say it a little slower, don't link it or add any reductions. Then let the smaller words relax and flow together. You're not trying to sound dramatic. You're simply guiding your listener's attention. Think of yourself as using a flashlight. You're shining light on the most important idea. Instead of trying to light up the whole room, start using this in your next meeting. I think you'll be surprised how much easier it is for people to follow your message. Let's go back to the experiment from the beginning of this video. The difference wasn't better pronunciation, it wasn't better grammar, it wasn't speaking faster. The difference was how the message was organized. Stress guided your attention, rhythm made the sentence easy to follow, and together, they reduced listener effort. That's what speech clarity is really about, helping your listener understand your message with less effort. If you'd like to discover which communication patterns are helping you and which ones might be making communication more difficult, I've created the Own Your Speech Clarity Assessment. You'll find the link in the description below. And if you enjoyed today's communication experiment, subscribe, because next week we're exploring one of the biggest differences between textbook English and real-world English. Until then, own your speech, be understood the first time.